Hello, everyone. All right, let me get this started here.
Marvelous.
Wonderful. This time I did not forget my desktop audio when launching the game. But it also didn't launch in full screen for some reason. There we go. That's right. It's Liz that's missing. It's Lu Bu who speculated dead, but that title screen tells me he might not be dead. I do appear to be coming in just fine, so we're good on that. Oh, are you sleeping well, dear? I hear a whisper, still on edge of slumber. It takes me a moment to realize who's talking. Of course, the voice is unmistakable. The other one who talked to me to me from so close by is Castor. Also, there's no one else left in the castle. You don't have to say anything. I just want to tell you. Yeah, you ball. It's a nice title screen. Altair and I are the same. I think I actually read this. Good night, my dearest. Another conversation? Special Myram event. Okay. I thought it might be a bit small in here, but you can actually fit inside just perfectly. Our knees might bang together, but that's just part of the intimacy. You just don't get that in bigger bathtubs. I would say the size is just perfect. I think she's right. When it comes to lounging in hot baths, nothing beats what they have in this dimension. My temperature is rising, not just from the water, but from the feel of her knee against mine. And the water alone doesn't account for the pounding in my chest. For the two of us, this bath is just the right size, or so I'd say. Just the right size. I'd call it love size. How about you? And perfection. And I can just make out your gorgeous face through the steam. I feel just the same. I can see Castor's pink, beautiful skin, the redness of her blushing face. Once again, her cheerful smile gleams like the sun. Of course I can see her skin. We're in the bath together. Here we are, Master, point blank with each other. And I see you looking away or focusing straight on my face. But it's okay, you know. It's love size here. That's what it's for. We've been close for a while now, and she's saying provocative words, but she's not coming any closer either. Neither of us are looking at each other as much as you might think. Is it really okay? Well, then I won't let myself stay nervous about it. It's kind of a relief and kind of not so much. Oh, how could that have happened? And with me right here. I'm so sorry. I'm a bit dizzy. But, well, accidents happen in a love-size bath. I don't have time to respond. In the next instance, Castor moves with no resistance at all. Ah, so she's so... Thank you very much. Oh no, my pleasure. The dizzy spells could almost be considered a feature, really. And this is just the first level. Our adventure just begun. Now, my lovely. Are you prepared? You're not counting the seconds until you can get out, are you? Oh, I wonder if you've noticed something, dear. Ever since you came back from the Mooncell Core, all we've done is conquer and invade. Not once have we enjoyed a date together. Quite an oversight, wouldn't you say? I've been so focused on expanding our empire that I neglected what's most important. I'm such a fool. Even without the true regalia on my finger, or all of Seraph at my feet, I could have had so much more right here. I deeply apologize, dearest. Doubly so because I only had time to plan this cheap, quick date. Even with Altair on the horizon, Castor keeps her voice bright and cheerful. She's forcing it, of course, but she's doing it for me because she wants to enjoy our time together. So I'd never call this walk a cheap date. We're taking a moment to let her be happy and excited, and nothing's better than that. Oh, and there's a glimpse of that explosive, sexy soul power. It's so moving. My eyes are, Yay! I seem to have wrapped my arms around you in all that confusion. How foolish could I be? I should have been doing this so much more from the beginning. No, no, regret should be thrown to the Inugami. Don't want to end up like Kanichi or Omiya from the Golden Demon. Let's cuddle together like a couple of crazy kids and stay together like a husband and wife. Onwards to the enemy, to the Zero Dark. It may end up being a short trip, but having you by my side makes me so happy. I can say the same. I can feel her warmth and softness on my arm. I don't care for how far we make it. Let's head out there together, into the Zero Dark. The Zero Dark. Now that I think about it, Castor makes it sound obvious, but how exactly are we getting there? Is this someplace we can just walk to? Oh, are you asking how far it is? It's not much of a question of distance. I suppose we're more near than far. If you want to put it that way, we can portal to get there. The only question is where to place it. If we place it in my room, we'll be putting our love nest at risk if they ever come through. But the capital's still at risk. No matter where we put it, no telling when the forces of destruction will attack here. Still, I'd rather have the slightest chance that we return to this place than the certainty we'd fall defending it. So if we must, I can live with us leaving it unguarded for now. Now then, we skirt Yin's dark connections, past the Kunlun Mountains, towards the Yin of Yin, the shadow of shadows. Like the surface of water that reflects the golden sunlight, the enigmatic Yin will appear, penetrate, and fall. Like the other side of Yomotsu Hidasaka, we're underworld bound, the shadow of the moon excavated by the tear of the star. Now, my husband, the gate that connects the underworld to the moon has opened. Every inch you fight for will be an inch of the forces of destruction's main stronghold. But in the end, we'll silence that intolerable Altera. Now, chin up. It's time for our big comeback. Yes, Tamamo is very affectionate. Okay. Why'd we go back to my room? Okay, but first, let's take another moment. Just one more moment. Why don't we treat ourselves to a little enjoyment? Then we can face the battle fresh and ready. Honestly, the enemy ahead is no joke. The records of the Holy Grail War put her up in the top class. That almost feels surreal, but if Castor says so, it must be true. I don't doubt her, and I don't plan on giving up. This will be the first time we've done the impossible together. Just look at our fight with Gilgamesh. I won't lose hope now. Let's stand up and strike back, I say. Yes, I know exactly what we'll do. We'll outfox the enemy and come back to great victory feasts. Or a small, intimate meal in our own little room. As long as we're together, our love nest will be even brighter than heaven's rays. Heaven's ray. The sun. I used to wonder if the sun might be Castor's true form, or perhaps her ancestor. Maybe the sun is the origin form which Tamamo no Maya incarnates. Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun. Could that make her a match for Velber? I know it's not that easy of a question, but it's not as easy as one might think for her to transform at will and use her full power. It does make me wonder, can God stand against the Umbral Star? I wonder. Altair has a bonus modifier against the world, so a god who embodies nature might be at a disadvantage, but the sun goddess specifically. Most gods' divinity come from the earth, but the sun belongs to the universe. In terms of force, she could be on par with Elber, but... Well, how would you say, to begin with? If I were to become the sun, then I would no longer be me, and I would no longer be your servant. I don't want that. I don't want that either. Thank you very much. Castor may not be the sun, but her smile has enough power to defeat the Umbral Star. And that smile is brighter than the sun to me. Alright. Code casts. Let's see if I can craft a new one. New cohorts mantle. This one's resist poison. I'll make it. Even equip it. Now I'm gonna go take a look at what the arena. Actually, no. First, I also want to see if I get an insta skill on Tamamo. I do get an insta skill on Tamamo. Okay. Let's give her more movement speed. Not that it connects. Like, if I want it to... You know what? That's actually the best setup here, because that connects these two and gives them both a bonus. All right. And what's the arena trap here? Fire. I'm glad I checked that. Settings. Code cast. I want the cohort's mantle. I want a different cohort's mantle. This one. I'm a level under leveled, so we're gonna see how well this goes. Should just be this level in the final boss if I'm not wrong, so this might actually be a slightly shorter stream. I'm curious to play Altera's route just to find out why the fuck some of these characters are actually helping her. Gotta defeat Gilgamesh? Okay. I'm almost done with this Kandar, and then I'll go get Gilgamesh. There we go. I'm gonna stop this invasion really quickly. Alright, on to Gilgamesh. I actually don't remember who off the top of my head Talma was voiced by. I know sometimes, because I know I've seen her on live streams. Alright, I need to go stop a plant. That's a servant. Hi, Bathory. I'm gonna ignore you for now. Onwards to Gilgamesh. Where is he at? Oh, hi there, Gil. And I missed. That's it. Chiwa Saito. No, no, don't just leave. Where's that damn plant? Alright. Onwards and outwards. And there goes Liz. Okay. I want to go grab a little bit of things here. Gil will probably respawn soon. Okay. I need to go take out that plant. I also might want to capture that place. Should be it. This one, yeah, this won't give me any issues. Alright, let's go stop that invasion. Alright, and I don't want to bother with this plant quite yet. Or with capturing this place is just a lot of aggressors. Here, though, I actually should be able to do it. Because most of them have spawned. And I wanted to come here anyways, so... Okay. I'm gonna go grab that Phantasm Circuit real quickly. Hold on to that, because I don't think I need the full drop, and I want to save that for when Gilgamesh pops out in a few seconds. Actually, that should be the Regime Matrix completed. Maybe he won't pop out? Either way, I think I'm going to the boss next, so... Let's just break this plan up for good measure, and then I'll go to the boss. Stand down. I'd rather you didn't make me use this. I have the power to crush your civilization and your lives. We both know it, so. Oh, what is this? The self-proclaimed Great King of Destruction? Hesitating now? Are you planning to kill me with laughter? What nonsense. All you're doing here is proving what a mess you are inside. All that power and you still sent that little newt out to ask for cooperation. Even now, you still expect us to surrender. You have this sort of invincible power and you hide behind a shield of doubt. Do you not see the contradiction? I don't need you to tell me any of that. I won't say I have no regrets, but that has nothing to do with you. And the fact remains you are weaker than I am. Castor, give me the regalia and I promise to protect your lives with all my power. With her sword in hand, Altera quietly declares her proposal. She doesn't look like the Umbral Star's messenger right now. She looks like a young woman with an earnest wish. I suddenly have to question this whole situation. I think we're misunderstanding the reason she wants the regalia. Why would someone devoted to the destruction be so interested in the Moon Cell Automaton's royal authority? For the Umbral Star, for destruction's sake. It's true that the Moon Cell would be defenseless without it, and would only be able to sit there and watch itself die. So that's the obvious reason why the Umbral Star's messenger would want it. Which makes sense, but I still think there's some kind of misunderstanding here, because honestly, Altera could destroy the Moon Cell without the regalia. It's only a nuisance to her at best. So does she actually want to destroy the regalia, or does she want to possess it for some reason? This is outrageous. That speech, that glare, that thought behind your eyes, now I understand, and I can never forgive you. The regalia is a symbol of everything I've achieved, everything I've craved for so long. I'll never hand it over to the likes of you. Castor's words are like sharp slam against Altera. I don't think it's wise to provoke her in the middle of negotiations myself. And I don't know why Castor's so agitated all of a sudden. I want Castor to calm down for a bit. If we can keep talking, maybe we can... No, darling, I'm sorry. I cannot allow it. I just can't. You look at her and you see a woman in need. Well, I'm a woman as well. That's why. I cannot let her take or destroy anything we have. I have nothing to give you. No, it doesn't belong to you alone. Silence! I love that you just have 3 supers in this game. Alright, this should be the final boss now. Ugh. Knowledge, courage, those are the powers of humanity and the bane of all monsters. And you are no exception, Altera. You're nothing but a lowly beast who fell out of the blackness. I've made my mistakes, but I am a fragment of the sun's embodiment, the fox of the heavens, and now, by the royal authority? No, you're wrong. I am not a monster. We are decay, and we welcome the civilizations that nourish us. You cannot win against us. You cannot kill us. Flare effect. Commencing connection with Mars. Firing in 2 seconds. Mars, turn your rage upon me. Pierce the heavens with your tears. Red star. Teardrop. Yeah, I don't need to say that. NPC said it in English. Forgive me. No servant nor any human heart could ever stand a chance against us. I didn't wish to take your lives, but I hope to understand what those lives mean someday, but if you stand in my way, I will destroy you. Is that the best you can do? Like water off a duck's back. So much sound and fury, signifying nothing. How naive. What, just one little pillar of light? You've bragged about the power of the war god. So go ahead and use it. Oh, I see what you're up to. You little minx. You were afraid to hurt my husband. Oh, you're hilarious and so incredibly naive. Where? The gods reside in Izumo. To free this is my proof of my purification. This is the sacred treasure, the Mirror of Uka. Eightfold blessing of Amaterasu. Too slow. Five consecutive attacks slam into Altera. I recognize the spell. Gyoku Tenho. It's the strongest spell in caster's repertoire, and now it seized Altera's whole body. Did she deadass use her eightfold blessings to spam the kick attack? Was that what the hell happened just now? It's loyal to the original CCC use of that move, that's for sure. Caster pulled off the perfect surprise attack. She played on Altera's knowledge of her recklessness, and then tricked her into lowering her guard. It wasn't Caster herself who was swallowed up by the Pillar of Light. It was a digital decoy constructed to look like her, at the cost of the most of the Regalia's resources. Caster herself had been lying in wait up above, hiding her presence, waiting for the perfect moment to execute the perfect attack. Caster doesn't have an innate presence blocking skill, but she was able to rig the Regalia to give herself something similar. It cost all the resources the Regalia had, of course. The Regalia is not intended to be fiddled with in that way. But then, that's Caster for you. Honestly, I thought we had a 50-50 chance at best. Thank you very much, Master. You piloted my decoy perfectly, and gave me just the chance I needed. I never could have gotten close enough to her on my own. I fell for your trick. A simple ploy that even my light couldn't reveal. That's what I lose to now? Caster. That's right, vessel of the Umbral Star. Weak as we are, we've brought down the giant. Humans gain knowledge through sin, but they use it to do the impossible. I've witnessed human struggles for centuries. I've learned from my master, so all I have to do was think, what would humans do? And that's how you were beaten today. Of course, I'm sure you've seen something like it before. Just as I thought, Caster. No. Tamamo no Mae. You know my past. Right next to Altera, a figure who looks like me stands in front of her. By now, it's the most natural thing in the world to me. It's just like I saw before, with Saber in my mind. It's the body of Hakuno Kishinami. Even though our positions are different, there's no doubt she's me. No matter what happens, she stands up for her servant, just like I would. My prisoner. No, you can't leave the ring. I can't protect you from the destruction. Of course you can't. You can't protect anything. Fucking Liz! There's no way you ever could protect anything. All you know how to do is destroy. So why don't you drop the whole tragic damsel routine? It's not funny or anything, it just kills your mystique and... Oh, wait, I see. This must be your human side. Well, you know what? It's boring as hell. Elizabeth, what do you want? Nice to see you again, my lonely little queen. Where would you be without the Regalia, huh? Your spiritual core is as weak as ever. Think before you try anything. My reflexes might go off a little and kill that little squirrel. Elizabeth Bathory. Her face looks the same. She strolls to us through the dust, without a mark of art from our last encounter. She's different. She still looks like she did when she first consumed Saber's Regalia, but there's something missing from her now. Elizabeth was the one who told me to run away from the wicked queen of the capital. She even got herself shocked on my behalf more than once. That Elizabeth is no longer here. Now then, Altera, I think it's time for you to wake up. You're not a heroic spirit. Not an anti-heroic spirit, and this human act doesn't suit you at all. Really, it's kind of pathetic. Maybe it makes you feel better. I won't even ask why you made your outdoors clone a servant. Doesn't matter. You lost, so playtime's over. Time to put your serious face, your real one. The Umbral Star's embodiment, Sepher the White Titan. You're right, Elizabeth all day. No, I don't want to kill anyone. Enough. No more. I don't want to destroy anything. No, my husband, this way. Don't you hate when you can't admit who you are? Oh, I know exactly how you feel. Do you not know your secret garden? Really? Oh, come on, stop lying. You know it, right, Altera? I'll be nice and spell it out for you. You can live no worries and no regrets. You know why? Because you never really had them in the first place. Because you don't belong to this place. You're just a monster. It's a giant something. Its spiritual core is firing off a terrifying amount of pressure. Its white light is blinding hot. It's so large I can't take it all at once. A human shadow. When did I first start noticing its features? When she first appeared? When I saw her in profile? Or could it be when I saw the two shining spots on its head? The scream seems to shake reality itself. It's not human. It's not a heroic spirit. It's a monster. It's hunger, vast, unstoppable hunger. Oh, that's just disgustingly delicious. So blood-curdlingly beautiful and big and loud. Fun fact, this is just her hatching stage. The more she destroys, the bigger she gets. How big do you think she'll be in the end? Now, Titan, destroy to your heart's content. You have the Umbral Star's blessing. In fact, you have nothing but that blessing. Destruction is the only proof of your existence. Destroy, destroy, destroy everything! She's glaring at me. Does it want the regalia? I understand in an instant. Whatever makes her scream, she's aware enough to know what she must destroy. And that's why she's looking at us. I remember. A little late now, but I remember what happened to the Mooncell core. It's a perfect match. The giant creature standing in the dark. The one that split me and the regalia in 3 pieces. The unknown threat to Seraph. I remember the feeling of my digital body being broken and split. Myself, the regalia, all by this same hand. This time, I couldn't avoid it. It caught me. I was alone then without an ally by my side, but it's different now. At least for this moment, I'm not alone. By my side is the blade who protects Hakuno Kishinami, the golden-eyed servant who's chosen to stay with me to the end. Caster. We have to fall back. Please hold on. Altera, the Titan. Her echoes reverberate and shatter everything they touch. The territory shakes apart. The Spiritron energy disperses. I thought Altera and her forces were strong, but this is something else entirely. Infused with the core with an unspeakably lethal power. The structure around us is shattering like glass. At first the Titan was targeting us, but now she's smashing everything in sight. She screams and destroys, she turns and destroys, she breathes and destroys. As long as this Titan exists, nothing else can. Look, Master, on the Titan's shoulder. I see a figure. Hakuno Kishinami's body is standing on the shoulder of the Titan. And that third me is being eroded away, broken down. I can tell from here. It's what I'd expect to happen being so close to a force of destruction. Nothing alive can stand beside her. No matter what bonds they may have, no matter what they may have said to each other, her destructive power is absolute. The Sepher Titan, the terrible white god. From 14,000 years ago, that Titan is loose on Seraph. Could it be? Could this be it? Is this the end? My husband? Through quivering lips, Caster speaks my name. I've never seen her like this. Never seen her this vulnerable. Not in the capital and not in the Holy Grail War. I can't think of anything comforting to say. All I can do is stare back. Her eyes flicker with fear, anxiety, even despair. My husband, I'm sorry for everything. I want to say that here and now. I've made so many mistakes. Ever since you fell asleep, I've wanted to play the part of the harlot who leads the nation to its doom. I rejected Elizabeth's invitation. I ignored Altera's last warning. And I bound you to me, and all because I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to be alone anymore. I was afraid of being by myself again. I had to be strong enough to dominate you, or I thought I'd lose you. That's what I was most afraid of. Elizabeth wasn't wrong to warn you about me. She was right, more than right, because I was desperate. I knew I couldn't be with humans like you. I only make them unhappy in the end, but even so, I thought maybe you and I could be happy together before the end came. The realization falls to my chest with a thud. So that's what she's been building up to this all this time. She knows the ending's sad, so she wants to close the book before we get there. It's the only solution to the problem she's always had. Castor's a sorcerer, a supernatural fox, and she even holds a spark of the sun inside her. But that also makes her a part of eternity, of rules she can't ever go against. The notion of anything having an end is unbearable to her. Anything like a peaceful relationship between a human and an anti-hero, or like a world doomed to the inevitable. That's why she wants to bring down the curtain while the music's still playing. But she knows that would spell death for me. She wants to end it all, but she doesn't want me to die. She's been trying to keep all that turmoil buried under her throne. Even though her harlot persona could have driven me to hate her, or maybe that's what she wanted, for me to lose all affection for her and walk away on my own terms, make it easier for that way for her. I'm sorry. I've indulged myself all this time, and now, look at this place. There's no way to stop that Titan. This world was doomed from the start. I knew I wouldn't be able to save you. I knew all along. That's why I awakened my harlot mode. I sealed off before. Not to fight anything. I just wanted to live the dream life, even for an instant. And it couldn't be any other way, because I have lost to that Titan before. I've known in my very bones that we're no match for the Umbral Star. I'm part of the embodiment of the sun, and so I know everything that happened 14,000 years ago. That thing killed more than plants and animals, more than humanity. It killed the very personifications of nature one by one. The heavens, the earth, and the sea, the sun and fire, and the forest. All our wisdom came to nothing. The Titan rejected all reason, all love. It even rejected death itself. The very embodiment of war with its great sword couldn't touch that thing. I knew that horrible creature was bound to come back. I knew better than anyone. And not eventually. Every tick of the clock brought us closer to the end of time. That's why I get it. Castor was ready to witness this scene. Not from a premonition, but from her own experience. Or at least the experience of another version of herself. When the Umbral Star arrives, the world ends. The Moonsaw Automaton can't stop that. Every life form and civilization on Earth will be destroyed, just like it was 14,000 years ago. But Castor still hoped, wished, prayed, simply to live with me. Please forgive me, my dearest, for my miserable, worthless mistakes. I've given up. The world will never see tomorrow, and so I want to serve you until the very end. I want to be close to you and die alongside you. I think back to every event since I woke up in the Millennium Capital. It's hard to say how much time has passed. It feels like both an eternity and the blink of an eye. I remember talking to Elizabeth earlier. I told her I believed in Castor. I believed she had a reason for her un-Castor-like behavior and for the construction of the Millennium Capital. I believed she'd reveal it to me in the end. And now she has. I'm glad I had faith in you, Castor. And thank you for wanting to be by my side. For choosing me even after you've given up on everything else. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But... my husband? But no, this is wrong. Oh, my husband. So I'm not the one for you? After all this, I'm just a subservient to trying to act like your wife, even though I'm not even your main servant. Imagine me hoping to be with you at the end, just a foolish dream all along. You're completely wrong. Think about it, I tell her. Not about accepting the end. After all, eternity is way too long for a human being. She gives another sob, and I give her a smile. There's going to be a curtain call someday. That's just life, but I want to spend that life with you. And if this is the end, then we might as well go out with a bang. We can't go out on a sour note like this, no matter how loud the band plays on the sinking ship. But you know what the worst part is? This isn't like you, Castor. I tell her, whatever you and I stand together and face at the end, we're going to be smiling because we have all these wonderful memories behind us. We don't want to go out gnashing our teeth. You know what? When this war is over, let's leave the capital behind. Don't get me wrong, your Queen of Harlots act has its charm, but your bright eyes, your cheerful voice, the loveliest smile I've ever seen. I tell her I like the lively you that shines like the sun the best. Such words are wasted on someone like me. Such a miraculous, wonderful promise for someone like me. Ah, yeah, the gods can't stop our love. Even the me and Takamagahara must be swept off her feet. I can hear her clearly, at a loss for words, stunned in shock and awe. You must be so jealous, it serves you right. And look who came out on top. Tamamo, don't tell me all that reflection didn't count for anything. No. I've seen the error of my ways. I surrender completely, Master. Under these sunlit, watery heavens, I have completely fallen for you all over again. What was I thinking? Kicking back with you while the world was about to end? That doesn't sound like me at all, does it? I'd never really let myself sink that low. I'd be no different than that Titan if I did. And you can't get a positive outcome by multiplying negatives. Technically, you can get a positive number that way. I know she's on a roll, but she shouldn't get that wrong. Then again, I'm sure she was speaking figuratively, so I shouldn't put the brakes on her here. Especially since she's talking herself out of her harlot mode. I'll just stand back and enjoy the moment. The one true sun is rising over the Zero Dark. Its golden glimmer fills my eyes. Testing. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? I am the foxiest wife in history. I will slay any god or devil for my master's sake. My service and purity are yours in any day of the week. And to all time and space, heed my words. I have but one wish, 2 wishes, maybe 3, maybe 4, but mostly just one. And it's a very simple one. I wish to live happily with my beloved in a blessed world with a blessed future. I have finally reformed. Gotcha. Away with my harlotry, and it's out of style anyways. As my husband's best, proudest servant, I will save Seraph at once. Well, not that I care about Seraph per se, but that's where my darling lives, so nobody threatens it, and that's final. Now onwards, happy wedding sunshine. All spirits at max. No need for spiritrons or mana. My source of power is nothing else than my love for you. Tamamo love max. Don't worry, Tamamo. No one loves you for your brains. There are other reasons to love the Foxwife. Ouch. No, get out of there, get out of there. Okay. Now's your chance. Attack the corridor chest and destroy it. Move! Move! Tomono Maya's problem is that she wants to, like, she's down on her cooking when her cooking is pretty much what you would, what it should be. Like, she's just down on it because she's not at, like, the Michelin star level. Move! Move! Second phase. Ouch. Did not mean to target you. No, not you. Dang it, I keep meaning to target the hand and it's targeting these guys. Why aren't you targeting the hand? There we go. No! Why? There we go. Hello, Frost Shard. She unleashes her final attack. Perfectly aimed, it flies right into the Titan Altera's chest. In terms of scale, it's minuscule compared to the giant, but it's packed with everything Telmo has. At the same time, it takes the life, the future of the Maiden in White. I hear her scream. I feel a hole in my chest, not from my pain or from my mind's pain, but from the pain of the third Hakuno Kishinami. That Hakuno Kishinami stays with Altera, ready to die with her. I have no words. All I can do is be a witness. And the final strike hits home. Thank you, Master for staying until the very end. I was happy to be together. Oh, hi, gents. The giant goddess crumbles. Its digital body made to walk upon Seraph is lost, as are its mind and soul. With its mana gone, it falls away in a rain of inorganic wreckage. Moments ago, been a mighty titan, now scatter. What had moments ago been a mighty titan, now scatters into piles of debris. There, I see something, a face I know all too well, my own. The third Hakuno Kishinami is standing there in the midst of the raining rubble, knowing full well what will happen next. You couldn't bring out your power, Altera, so I'll do what I need to do. I hear a voice in the storm, a voice only two of them were meant to share. She looks up at the cracked pieces of her servant's face. A torrent of ruin comes crashing down towards the other me. My beloved. Even as I hear Castor murmur, I understand there's nothing to be done. She doesn't try to run. She stands there, letting the debris wash over her and take him away. It's her decision, and I understand. Yes, even though it seems like a futile death, there was more to it than resignation or sadness. I think Hakuno Kishinami had a reason, and made that choice in order to change something. That's why I don't reach out. I don't say a word until the end. I think until the very end. In my heart, I send the other me off the other me, who walked a different path than I, until all traces of the body is gone. Goodbye, body of Hakuno Kishinami. She must have been a wonderful servant to you. Sweetie, what are you zoning out for? Your faithful and lovable servant is right here in front of you. But there you are, watching the cherry blossom. Something on your mind? Heavens me, I think I know. You're wondering when the Umbral Star will get here, aren't you? You can't think about that. The day will come eventually, but until it does, we promise to live peacefully. Don't say you've forgotten. Ah, the beauty of a somber, silent soul. It's almost unfair, you know. Now that I think about it, I wonder if maybe Elizabeth and Altera came here because they were both drawn to you and all your silent mystery. What? Am I overthinking this? No, I don't think so at all. I can prove it. Even look what you do to me, putting me on edge with that quiet little stare of yours. Oh, what are you making me say, darling? Now, it's time to get up. Off we go, arm in arm. Where to, you ask? Why, to buy ingredients for dinner, of course. I'm going to put real effort into it tonight. I can't wait for that. So I'll do what Castor says and swallow my worries of the future now. The capital is in full bloom, and my only servant is right next to me. The brightly colored hair, those golden eyes, yes, she's 1,000 times more lovable like this. Mr. Karna told me about this place. There's a shop up ahead that sells saikyozuke with delicious Spanish mackerels. We'll try it out, and if it's as delicious as I hear, we'll add it to tonight's menu. Of course, if they say no free samples, I'll dip a bit back into harlot mode and say, how dare you disrespect the saviors of Seraph? No, I'm just kidding. I'll never go into harlot mode again. That's good. Though she can be quite charming in harlot mode too. It's like how a horror movie is fun because you get to go home afterward. The Millennium Capital is no longer the capital of the Empire. There's no queen, and as a result, a lot of the NPCs have moved in. Somehow, they've even built an economy. There are craftsmen and shopkeepers, and that means there are consumers. Instead of a giant empire run by one ruler and her servants, it's looking a lot more like a nation, almost like a real world, you might say. Oh yes, for tonight, I already thought of a basic menu. Stir-fried pork and eggplants with miso and sweetened pumpkins. Boiled spinach with sesame instead of soy sauce. On top of that, the rumored saikyoyaki. Let's serve it on one big plate we bought from Miss Ryder's shop. That's right. The other day we saw a Ryder at a certain antique shop. She acted as like an employee, so I think she may have been doing part-time work there. I didn't ask for details. Her new glasses suited her well, and I told her so, but Castor got angry. Karna is patrolling each territory of Seraph. He explores the new territories that keep appearing daily, searching for NPCs and servants, especially those related to the moon's Holy Grail War. From time to time, he drops in, gives a report, usually about which shops have the best food or where the best fishing and hunting spots are. No one knows where Berserker went. It's rumored he wanders the Zero Dark looking to spark a new battle. He did stop by once before he left, and when he saw a caster, no longer looking like her old self, he got an odd expression on his face and walked out. These are peaceful times in Seraph, even if it's just temporary. Even if the illusion only lasts a short time, these are still important days, for us especially. That's right, my husband. Why don't we stretch our legs and go explore some other territories? Eating Japanese food every day might get old. Well, no, you'd never get tired of my cuisine filled with my love and spells. But if I don't roast a chicken at least once, I'd be less of a wife. A great wife knows more than Japanese, Chinese, and Indian cuisine after all. Let me be known as the world's tamamo. Now that she mentions it, the curry tamamo cooked up was surprisingly good. It was based off Japanese curry, but it had a deep aroma of real Indian curry and a body similar to European curry. But most of all, it had a taste of, well, family. Spicy, but gentle and welcoming. Really, it was good that if I didn't know any better, I would think the curry was some sort of skill or noble phantasm she picked up, but... Oh my, praising your lovely wife's curry so highly, master? Saying that so honestly, it's... tonight's menu plans. Oh, change of plans. I'm sure you won't mind if I shop for ingredients tomorrow. The finest meat, potatoes, and onions, even enough garlic to make Mr. Vlad croak. Exceptional spices, a marvelous pot, and voila! Tonight will be curry, and that's that. Eat as much as you want and build all the strength you can, my darling. Although one potential problem. From the way curry clears your eyes up, it might be hard to sleep tonight. Just kidding. I'm just joking. So what you want, it's okay. As your devoted wife, servant, and companion to the end, I will do my very best to hold back on my recklessness and selfishness. Now, my darling, what kind of dinner would you like tonight? That's a tough question. I can't think up a whole menu on the spot like she can. But more importantly, I want her to be as lively as she wants to be. I don't ever want her to think she has to tone herself back down for me. If she wants to feed me curry, I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't think she'll go into curry harlot mode or anything like that. Excuse me? Huh? Did I not tell you the story of my Indian-style harlot mode? I'll tell you about it tonight. It'll be a bedtime story. Anyway, if you'd rather, I'll try not to be so modest, but that is, I won't be, but if I go too far, then make sure to scold me and I'll stop right away. Anytime, right up until the end. I'll do whatever it takes to stay with you, my darling. Oh, it's Orchid Poem, not Orchid Worlds. Duh. Okay. I think Orchid World might actually be the Japanese name, but I have to look. I actually like that one a lot better than I like Nero's arc. I think it was a good touch to make Tamamo a much more flawed character than Nero, whereas with Nero, it was fun to see Nero, but it was almost like Nero! And the only real impactful moment for Nero's arc was really the ending for me. With Tomo's arc, I felt like it was a lot more of a good... It was a fun character study on Tomo, and like Elizabeth was actually pretty fun as a character this time around. So I actually like that arc a fair bit. It's also... I probably do have a Tammy bias, but it's not like I haven't experienced some of Nero's stuff, because I have read, like, most of the other extra stuff I've been exposed to has been Nero. Oh, hi, Archimedes. And here we go again. Oh, my controller shut off right in time. Knowing what you've been through, I'd expect you to have fallen in line easily. I wouldn't have thought you'd be as foolish as a human. You disappoint me, Castor. You had a reputation as a fairy tale monster, but you didn't live up to it. Enjoy your sweet little moments as the end draws near. Soak in your worthlessness, meaningless peace while you can. It will soon be time for the quantum time lock. I suppose I'll have to move again. No matter, I'll repeat this as many times as it takes. You come with me. I'm commencing the slide. Meaningless and worthless, huh? Shut up and follow me. I have an important role for you. The complete destruction of the Regalia and the fall of the Moon Cell Core. One day we will achieve both of those things. I don't know if it is meaningless or worthless, but you'd better have a happy ending, little squirrel. Speaking of having a servant bias. And that's the Tamamo route. Dawn Arc.
Hello.
Hi, Seki. You literally got in just at the very end.
I figured when I clicked in.
Yeah, it went really quickly. Probably because I actually knew what I was doing this time. Come on. There we go. Surprised my controller didn't start trying to shut off on me till the very end. Okay. I'm not starting Altera today. Even though this is a really, really short as all hell stream. So far. I'm doing a long stream Saturday, so no point in starting Altera today, I don't think. I will, however, stick around and chat for a bit.
Oh god, not the ender. Fuck.
Okay. Let's do this. Move to a chatting screen. Hey, Seki.
Damn it.
Nah, I won't tear you away. I won't tear you away from Minecraft.
Sorry. No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say if you're at your desk right now, do you want to do an impromptu tea time? I can switch over to my tea time screen.
I am in fact at my desk.
It's up to you though. I don't want to. You can keep playing Minecraft if you want to keep playing.
I could do both.
Oh boy. Okay.
Bold of you to assume that I cannot attempt to do both.
All right, guys, give me a minute here. We're going to have to... I'm going to need to adjust my setup here. Not much, but...
Okay. I gotta figure out how to kill an Enderman.
I could have done a side story, but I don't really feel like it. I'll do side stories when I get to once I beat Altera's route as a bit of a warm-up before doing the final route. I'll let you chat pick some of their favorite side stories. Okay. And got a full screen that. Switch over to tea time chats, and I need to... Hang on, guys. I'm actually going to switch you guys to... I can switch over to tea time chats. I won't be visible for a second. Give me a minute. Camera.
So here's the thing, you ball. It's in my house somehow.
Is my camera going to work? There we go. All right. So I actually haven't looked at chat much because it's just been all gameplay and story with not very much of a downtime.
Yo, I killed an Enderman.
Oh, you finally got it out of your house.
Well, I think I did. It appears to be dead.
Does Tomomo's voice actress also do Ophelia? That's neat. Just catching up on chat here real quickly.
I just want to know how it got into my house. You know? I put water on it. That did not kill it, but it only killed me twice, so like maybe that's a win. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Jens, I kind of agree that Extella and Septim have very similar neuro problems where it's just everyone loves neuro and they don't really it doesn't really break down Nero's character at all. But then again, I haven't read the original Extra CCC. I've only read the manga for Extra. So, and in the manga in Extra, Nero was fine. She was fine in Extra. I did like that, and I actually think Last Encore was a decent showing for Nero. Just Last Encore wasn't a very good anime.
Fair. Very fair.
You see, well, I told Seki that earlier. I texted her that the water, like if you want to get rid of an Enderman, just pour water in your house, and the Enderman will immediately leave, and it won't attack you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I had 1 bucket of water.
Yeah, you just put it back. Like, put the water back in the bucket when you're done.
That you can do that?
Yeah, the same way you pour it out. You just click a full square of water, and it pulls it back in.
Oh. Well, I didn't know you could do that.
You know, next time I'm going to go to your house and show you how to do it with lava. You'll learn quick.
Don't you dare destroy my house. I just finished the indoor renovations. I just finished renovations. Oh my god. How dare you. Now I gotta start on the outdoor renovations. Where's your house, by the way?
I've got 2. One's a dingy little cave and one's a dingy little hut.
You know? Yeah, that's right. You decided to, like, go off and try to do your shit somewhere, like, real far away, didn't you?
I've got a hut. I call it the I'm playing multiplayer with people right now location. I actually am going to be there for a minute because I'm doing map stuff. I've decided I'm going to, like, basically chart out everywhere between my place and your guys' place so that I can easily find it on a map. And I'll make copies and have it so you could see it in my place, all connected.
Nice. I was just going to start... I've got all the stuff ready to make a lodestone and a compass that points to it, so...
Nice.
I was going to do that soon. You know, for funsies, just to have it.
Oh no, that's absolutely what it is. It is a secret base hidden in a mountain somewhere.
Yeah, the irony is Knick-Knack actually has a secret base hidden on a mountain. I have a mountain base, but it is not hard to figure out, nor is it particularly secret. It is in fact incredibly obvious.
I haven't really been expanding my base so much as I've been exploring this giant cave system that my base is next to.
Which, by the way, where did you go?
How do I mean, if you want the exact coordinates, I actually did leave them in my house in the village near your base. I built a tiny little hut in that...
at the village?
Yeah, I built a tiny little hut in the village. And in that hut, there's a map of what my area looks like, and a signpost that tells you where your area is in relation to that map, because it's a little odd, because my map doesn't include your guys' area. And then on another signpost, I put the coordinates of where that map is marked.
I did not realize that you had built a little thingy.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Like, if you know how to do coordinates, you could find your way there pretty easily. It's just you have to figure out the right coordinate and just run straight.
Yeah, I don't know how to figure out coordinates.
F3, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, God.
Did you just click it?
Yeah.
Do you see where it says XYZ?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coordinates.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like that.
I've started creating a logbook of coordinates of a bunch of major places on the map that I'm cataloging. I actually found an ocean temple that I have cataloged with coordinates right now as well.
Oh, I found a submerged pirate ship and I got a treasure map on it.
I did too. Well, I didn't get a treasure map. I just found treasure.
We also found treasure.
I found a golden hoe.
Fun fact, did you know that Vorn has not found mine and Winterwolf's base yet?
It's because Warren hasn't wandered over there. Your base is literally right next to his.
Yeah, no, but, like, he didn't know which direction we were and he didn't want to encroach on our space.
Literally just find the nearest town. That's what you're, like,
Yeah.
if he finds a village, he would find you guys really quickly.
Yeah. We're not hard to find, and we're not trying to be hard to find. We did create our own little Sakura biome.
Vorn created his base right at spawn, and then stayed there. I'm pretty sure he's been at spawn and then the cave system's under spawn.
Yeah, by the way, remember that hell tunnel that I thought was his?
Yeah? Was yours?
And then I thought was yours?
Oh, I definitely didn't build a hell tunnel.
Yeah, so it turns out it was me and Winterwolf's. So we jumped deliberately down into that cave system under the village. And then we kept going, and we actually ended up getting lost, and we couldn't find our way back out, so we just tunneled up to the surface. And that was the Hell Tunnel, which explains why it went from 2 blocks wide to 1 block wide halfway up, and why there were no torches. Because part of the reason why we had to get out was because we were out of torches, and my pickaxe broke halfway to the surface.
Justice, I think the excuse that that Extella has is that the narrow arc is more setup than anything. That said, it doesn't make the narrow arc very satisfying on its own. It's really just a glorified tutorial.
Fair.
Nightingale has a list of all the mentally ill servants, and she is not on that list. That's funny.
I mean, it's a mood. So, you're done with CCC. What are your next plans, so to speak?
Well, I'm actually not done with Extella. So the end credits rolled.
Never mind.
There's end credits for every route, and there's 4 routes. I'm only about halfway through.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It'll be... I'm actually doing a longer stream of the next route this Saturday, so I don't have to put... Because I've been doing basically 3 streams per route. The next route's the only one that has to be more than 3 streams unless I do a long stream.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I will be taking a break before I beat the game, because I have... the next FGO chapter launches at the end of the month.
Oh. What's the next chapter of FGO?
I don't think we have a name for it yet, but all signs seem to indicate it's going to be inspired by, or it's going to have elements of Dante's Inferno in it. It actually might be playing more around with like it's supposed to play with like concepts of the rulers and the saints. So Dante is going to be a character in there. I don't know how involved he's going to be or not.
That sounds fun.
But yeah. Uh-oh, what happened here?
What?
Everything went dark.
Don't look at me. My stuff went dark or your stuff went dark?
My stuff. Discord, there we go. Fixed it.
What happened?
I have no idea.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Chat was laughing because I got peeved at Liz in the middle of the stream. They're like, Liz can't escape her today between your and Seki's stream.
It was awful. Like, why? Why would we do this? Why? Why do I have to deal with Liz? Oh, fudgesicles.
There is that mysterious demon-esque character for the next chapter. A lot of people think it's going to be Lilith.
There we go. Oh. Why is there a random chicken?
Okay, so like, I'm not going to lie, I was cackling at Jack the Ripper today when you were fighting Jack the Ripper and you kept dealing with events.
Yeah, that was so annoying. What?
Nothing. It was just amusing.
Yeah, it was so annoying.
I actually have a feeling Beast 1 will be the anniversary servant this year, Dakota Dell. That's actually my guess right now. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. It's a really short stream, only about an hour and a half, but hey.
Okay, I went extra.
Yeah, you went extra 2 streams today. I'm streaming again Saturday anyways. So, and that one's going to be a longer stream. I don't feel too bad.
Yeah.
So, I'll see y'all around. Have a good one.